So the Ten Commandments are typically divided. Some people think of it as the first four commandments tend to regulate our relationship to God, and then the last six commandments are what some people call the second table. The first table, the first four, and the second table, the last six of our relationships toward one another. And it makes sense. I mean, don't murder, honor your father and mother. But what I want to emphasize to you today, and I want to just give you a little taste of this. All these commandments are still profoundly about God first and foremost, always. Which is why the gospel, you can have the law and it gives you some measure of wisdom and it kind of works, but it doesn't deeply. We can never be healed by the law. Only the gospel can complete and fulfill us. And so just take commandment number 5. It's about your mother and father, but actually it's always a pointer toward God as your father. And our own relationship to our mother and father, it's a picture of like what it means to be loved by God and trust Him as our Father. Commandment number 6. You heard a message last week from Pastor Young. It's about murder, but he went to Matthew chapter 5 from Jesus where he talks about hatred, where he talked about the roots of murder come from the heart. And really, the reason murder doesn't just happen, it starts from the heart. And really, it's still about God. Why? Because God is not a murderer. He's not one who takes life. He gives life. Let's take commandment number 9, which we haven't, 8. You shall not steal. God is not a taker. He is a radical, generous giver. Commandment number 9, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. God is always truth unto justice. Not a liar, not a gossip, not using our tongues to cut one another down and then to steal with each other through false lawsuits, which is, or slander each other through our politics, which is the common way that we violate commandment number 9, but God is truth unto justice and love and mercy and beauty. And we're talking about today commandment number 7, you shall not commit adultery. And what I want to show you today is it's always about God. And today, let me just give you the brunt of it. We're the adulterers. And God, this is the core message today. The vision of the Bible, I'm trying to kind of condense to you a huge piece of biblical theology in this condensed time. And to give it to you kind of in a simple way, in the Bible, it starts that God's intention was to marry us, to become united to us, and then to cherish us and to love us. And instead, we cheat on Him. We betray Him. And adultery is that which God first and foremost suffers.